MIS, Management Information Systems. We'll start to look at how information systems have transformed the world. It is because before information systems, we've been doing business traditionally. Now, by the help of information systems, we are able to use emails, we are able to have business conferences, telephone conferences, smartphones, and all other gadgets. We are using them. It has also brought about globalization, transformation of enterprises. It has also, and then we look at the R4, transformation of enterprises, and then transformation of industrial economies, and then emergency of digital firms. So those what has done. Then we look at emergence of the economy. No, let us go down and then look at, we scroll down and then we look at how information systems are essential in this today's world. They are essential because they bring about operational excellency. They also bring about business models, and they are able to help in customer and supply intimacy. They improve our business decision making, and they increase our competitive advantages in the day-to-day survival of our business. And then we look at this diagram which looks at the input, transformation, output. So we have the input, processing, output. The input goes through here using a device, input device. It can be a mouse or a keyboard. Then the CPU will have to work on it, and then output, we use printer or scanner or whatever that we have to use to come out. Then student, there's a case study here. I want you to read your notes well. Try and do this case study. And again, there are tutorials that I've put down here for you to try and work on. Then we can look at to business perspective on information systems. The perspective is on management, organization, and technology. So let's look at organization. Organization involves the hierarchy of the business, functional specialities, businesses, processes, culture, politics, things about organization. Then management will be looking at leadership, strategy, management behavior, things to do with strategy and the challenges in the environment, all those things. Then technology is looking at the systems itself that consists of the hardware, software, data management, and so on and so forth. Then we can go down to look at the functions. All organizations must work within a function, and we have the sales and marketing, manufacturing, finance, accounting, and resources. These are the functions that are within an organization that every business must deal with. And then we also look at the systems itself that is being used in businesses. We have the strategic level and the senior level, management level, middle managers, knowledge and workers managers, operational managers. So under this level you have these managers, and under these levels we have systems, and under the systems we are going to look at, these are the explanation of the levels linking with the systems. We have 6 types of systems, that is ESS, which stands for Executive Support System, MIS, which stands for Management Information System, KWS, Knowledge Workstation, and then TPS, Transaction Processing System, DSS is Decision Support Systems. They work hand in hand with the levels and the management. That is how they operate. Okay, we can scroll down and then we can look at LO3, which is talking about competitive advantages. And when you're talking about competitive advantage, it has 3 models. It has value chain, value web, and Porter's 5 forces, and I think it also have the Porter's generic model. Under the value chain is looking at adding value to product and services through the primary and secondary activities. And then we look at the value web. Value web is looking at putting together putting together all the suppliers so that we are able to connect and link, and then it enables the businesses to work more efficiently, with their value partners. So that is what the value web is about. These are just a gist of what the note is about. Then we have the Potter's Five Forces. That one I wouldn't want to talk about it because you have done it several times and the explanations are here. They are self-explanatory. And then we can do Potter's Generic. Potter's Generic have three generic: low-cost leadership, product differentiation, and then as well as the market niche. These are all strategic models you can lean on and help you to gain competitive advantages. Let's go to LO4. LO4, we are looking at infrastructure components. We have the hardware, the software, data management, networking, and technological services. If you look at this diagram, this is who they are, what they are. They are here, and this is what the infrastructure is about. Their functions are here, what every infrastructure does, and it's very common. We all know we use computers. We know what we use them for. So let's go down to look at the challenges that are posed by them. We have loss of management control. There's the need for you to be able to manage, but because everyone is using computers, we all know it, there's a sense of losing control of management. We have connectivity of integration challenges. All these are all available. If you talk about scalability, reliability, and security, explanations are right here in your notes. Scalability is looking at when the business expands, how do you handle infrastructure? Let's look at LO5. LO5 is looking at business enterprises. Business enterprises yield operational excellencies. That is the main thing that it does. And then under that, we have the supply chain. How does the supply chain help in yielding? How does customer CRM, customer relations management, also help in yielding operational excellencies? They are all here. The different types of CRM, they are here for you to read and get the proper understanding. These are in your notes, and I'm talking about your notes. And I want us to look at e-commerce. What is e-commerce? E-commerce is selling online, doing business online, advertising, selling your products online is e-commerce. And then digital goods, we are talking about products that are sold online, that cannot be touched, like music and all those things are digital goods. And how do we pay? We have digital wallets, we have credit cards. There are so many old things here, but I told you that we can use the new things now. We use e-wallet, cash send. All those things are the current ways of paying online. Okay, let's look at LO6. LO6 is security information system, and we are looking at the vulnerability. It is important because there's always the vulnerability once we are using a system, because people are working on hacking into the systems. People actually, whilst people are developing software, some are developing viruses to be able to destroy your work and hack into your system. So it becomes vulnerable because this is what people are doing out there. And then these are the type of viruses you have. We have computer virus, worms, we have drive-by downloads, we have the Trojan horse, and all these things are type of viruses that can affect our systems. Then we look at the business value. It is important to put in the securities and to protect your data, because you have trade secrets, of course, and then you have your taxes, financial assets, medical records, job performance reviews. All these things are available and they can be hacked into your system. Even the information about your clients that you have details of their credit card can be hacked into, and things like that can happen to them. Now let's look at the tools to encounter security breaches. We have firewalls. We know firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and antivirus software. We need to get them. I think what we are using most these days is antivirus software. And these are all the type of softwares we can use then.